Welcome back to the 628 Dirt Rooster channel where I don't even know what I'm saying. Welcome back to the 628 Dirt Rooster channel where hobby beekeeping is a way of life. Me and Pete headed out this afternoon to do a hive removal. Say hello, Pete.
Hello, Pete.
And we're going to be using John Nelson's BVAC, the finest piece of the finest piece of cabinetry machinery combination I've ever seen in my life. Christmas town in June. We're in a big thriving metropolis of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. More of a artsy fartsy slash older community slash low income slash waterfront big money slash slash what else? Denny's slash Denny's.
It keeps me in shape, this doing here, because I can run up these stairs and I don't get winded. I carry all that paint and everything all the way to the third
We're
floor.
on the, what floor is this? This is like the fifth or sixth floor. It's got to be at least 70 feet up.
You want to try that?
All right, it looks like a mobster's basement in here. Everything's covered with plastic. We're about to get started using the BB Nelson vac.
Want to be a boss, you get the ink pens. That also means you got to deal with people. I don't deal with people. I find bees nicer than people.
Dude, it's hot. 3 trips up the stairs with supplies, and I am dripping with sweat. Had to come back down to the truck and get my Moment wide angle lens, some pins, and a flashlight to work up in that wall with.
You want it that big?
Yeah.
All right.
Make sure you cut once.
Hang on. You want it to the corner or you want it out? You want it to the wall? You want it to the wall?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
It's a lot easier to take when it's
Yeah. Some people like it out. I'm like, I don't know why. Finish that corner.
Butt it to the thing and hold me a piece of
I'll cut.
tape. Yeah.
I cut along here and pull it out. Leaves you
Exactly.
a place to slide back in.
Yeah, I don't
That's all that's
even
needed.
try to slide it back in. I just butt it up.
Yeah.
Put a piece of thing tape on, mud it up.
Put a screw in it.
That's the best part about sheetrock.
Yeah.
You can make it look, even though it looks like crap, you can still make it look good.
Put it in the tail and lose it among them.
Turn that light back off. Leave it on.
Now we'll leave it on until we get it cut.
So we open it up and
Yeah, the nails just well. Should be screwed in the field,
Yeah, you know it's close.
there it is, one piece.
That was almost a 2-story disaster. I see the hive already. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
We got plenty of room
Hi,
to work
pretty
it.
boys. It's all on that side.
You can come look. You won't get.
Alright.
I won't bother you. Here. Shed some light on the subject for the young man.
See it right there?
Yeah, sure is, huh?
And it's right over the wall, that's why you couldn't find it. Oh, that's part of it.
It's a good one.
And he just activated him. See him buzzing his head already?
Yeah, everyone's flying.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Stand over here.
Next to his truck, just stand couch on. Bam! Right inside the net. And I was already leaving. Do it when you're done.
So,
Yeah, pretty
I
box
said-
don't look so pretty.
I said I wasn't going to use this thing because it was too pretty to get it dirty.
Oh, it's dirt in that.
And here we
You
are.
said it right in the
Here we are cutting sheetrock right on top of it.
I'm not going to share this or anything. I just want to show.
Oh, you can share it. You can share it.
Don't swing at them. Don't, if they buzz you by the face, just let them go.
Yes.
Yeah. Or jump and scream and make some good video for me.
Oh, man.
So the way this vac's built, there is a strap right here. We can hang it off the ladder right here. to get a little bit further off the floor. But the hose that comes with it will almost reach. These are 8-foot ceilings. And then we have another 16, 18 inches of joist space up in there that these bees are building down, and they're almost to the ceiling, so they're at least 14 inches high, possibly higher. And this hose will reach to the bottom of them, but in order to just leave the vac on the ground and work from down here, we've joined up another hose from another vac, and we'll work it like that with the vac on the ground.
How many bees you think was in that one that right across the street?
It wasn't a huge hive. I'd say probably 15, 20,000.
Technology today, I can zoom in.
Yeah, I'd rather stand back and zoom.
Straight.
There we go.
The sad part about it, if there was a gator in there, I'd be all right.
Yeah, if it was a gator, you could just grab it, hold its mouth shut, wrestle with it a little bit.
Slide it in the head with a Slim Jim. I've done that before. It's like a chuck trying to eat my cark while I'm fishing.
Yeah.
I can go right to the boat.
I was 14, got one by accident by his asshole. I was out in Vice and that, over on the West Bank. We brought it in.
I got that on video.
Well, it happened.
Here's what we got. Got a few bees off of it so you can kind of see what we're dealing with. Pretty good size hive. And two combs in is starting to brood. First and second combs are pretty honey loaded. Not capped, but loaded up nonetheless. That was in this complex or a different?
No, it was this complex.
It was all about 4
It was about 4 foot long and at least 5 or 6 layers deep.
What building was that?
Building 24, right? The other one, the big one's gonna be in 23. The supposed to be big one.
Yeah.
It's gotta be bigger than this one.
This is the first 2 pieces. I normally reserve the first 2 pieces for myself, but if somebody else is jumping the gun.
Yeah. That's some good looking night.
That's pine tree.
Nah. Pine trees don't produce nectar.
It's got the flavor of a pine tree.
That's delicious. It's a lot better honey than you find in the store.
This will help the blood sugar real good.
Alright, first 2 combs are out. Third comb starts brood. Honey above that, uncapped and then capped. All the white up top is capped honey. Then there's uncapped honey between that and the brood. All this capped right here is worker brood. And it continues on and on and on and on. And you can't see the back of it. It tapers back and goes back a good ways. But the first 2 combs come out, got wrapped up, and sent to management for a quick sampling, kind of a thank you.
They were on the ear. He was flashing because the light hits the glass and the flash hits me.
He was going to turn stereo on.
I was thinking, but I don't see it. Music they would like.
What was that?
I don't know. That stuff you put in videos, I don't think they like too much.
We got to resort to the Bee Gees and the B-52s.
Brother Gibbs, yes, that sounds good.
See if you can hit that note.
A deep voice like me doesn't go that high.
No.
Not without pliers involved.
Pliers.
Again.
Hold on, you toying with my emotions. You toying with my emotions now, would you?
I might be, but it looks like the queen cell's right up on the end right there.
A good closed queen cell.
Yep.
Are you serious?
It's all by itself and there's no cone on it.
Where at?
All the way to the right.
Way to the right.
See a little nut? Yeah, it's uncovered now.
Oh, the little nub hanging down by itself?
Uh-huh.
Nah, that's just empty comb. Man, I knew you was playing with me.
You just go for any queen, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you said queen cell. I'm just thinking, hey, I don't know how you seen a queen yet. I'll take a cell though.
They getting siphoned off now. Fire it up.
Fire the hole. I need you to fill this thing up.
Holy crap, shit. Really?
We're done, all except for a few dozen. We're waiting on to cluster up, get out of the insulation and out of the crooks and nannies. Once they cluster up, we'll vacuum up and temporarily close the ceiling back up. Maintenance is going to come through tomorrow and foam all these openings where they're coming in, because you can kind of see what's going on here when the place was built. It's kind of a little bit of a butcher job on the sheet in there that left an opening, and it's on almost every one of these buildings. We got 3 removals to do in this one complex, all of them in the same area of each building. So we're just going to temporarily close this ceiling back up just so the people aren't running their air conditioner all night long. And then if there's any bees left in the ceiling, which there always is, you can never get every one of them out. We don't want them getting in here and crawling on them in their sleep.
Just the ew sounding of that.
Yeah, wake up to a bee crawling on your forehead.
Don't tell me that. I had one stinging the hair and everything else of that.
I don't know if his light's blowing out the video. The drill's right there.
I got it.
You're almost stepping on it. What was I gonna say? You saw the size of the hive. It was. We filled up 2 5-gallon buckets and another.
Gallon release.
Yeah, about another gallon of a 3-gallon bucket. And good sized hive. There was a lot of bees in there, so probably got the queen. If we didn't, it'd be a miracle. But stranger things have happened. Still got to go home and set them up. What time we start working on this? About 2?
Yeah.
And it's close to 7 now. 2 of us, 5 hours. We still got another half hour here, and then another half hour to get them set up.
Surpassed a sting an hour.
Yeah, I'm way beyond that. I dumped a whole. You probably can't see it, but I dumped a whole comb down my arm. There's still
Stingers in your shirt, I can see them.
Still stingers in my shirt, but there was stings all up and down my arm. I was gonna show on the bumblebees. I got a few people ask me how many stings I got, and I said 12 or 14, just guessing. But I was counting yesterday. I actually got 14 in just this hand, like 2 in each finger, back of my hand, palm, stuff like that. 14 there, 2 in each knee. 3 in the left knee, 2 in the right knee. 1 in the back of the neck, 2 in the back, 1 in the bicep right there.
Yeah, and they leave good swell marks too.
1 in the shoulder. All these were before the bee suit. After I put the bee jacket on, the only one that got through was right here in the shoulder. And it actually stung me in a scar. I didn't even feel it until it started swelling and itching, because there's no feeling in that scar.
Yeah.
So after it started swelling and itching, then that's when I knew I got stung.
All right, let me take these little screws out of here so that we can get ready to close it up. Oh, I can smell that BB going in there.
Yeah. Cherry bathroom freshener.
Pretty much.
I nearly forgot to show you what we vacked, and I don't know if I can even show it. There's bees all on every wall of the vac box. Not really on the screen anymore. Now that's how the vac separates, and then the screen lid comes off when you're ready to house them. I put some water on them, gave them something to drink because they've been in that vac for, it was running at least 2 or 3 hours. But you can imagine if you're standing in front of like a high-speed fan for 3 or 4 or 5 hours straight, eventually you're going to dry out. Your eyes are going to get dried out. You might want a little something to drink. Well, the bees are no different. So first thing you want to do when you pull them out of a vac before you house them, give them something to drink. Doesn't have to be sugar water, doesn't have to be honey, just straight cool water is fine. Calms them down, gets them off the screen a little bit, and they'll be a lot easier to house, a lot easier to handle. Now John, who designed this vac, has a similar method. When he's done vacuuming, he immediately opens them up and spritzes them with a spray bottle with cool water, or with cold water. I don't like keeping a whole bunch of extra equipment, spray bottles and junk in my truck, because they leak, they get lost. My truck's always full of junk, so I never know where they are when I look for them anyway. So when I'm done with the job, first gas station I come to, I run in and get me something to drink, and I just come out and put my thumb over the neck of the bottle and just, you know, like olive oil on a salad, I just sprinkle cold water all over them. Satisfies them and really just makes them easier to work with when you get home. Also helps the survival rate a little bit. I'm going to dump my little suitcase of bees. Got my truck lights on the situation. We're going in a 10 frame deep and then putting a medium on top. There's a couple of nuke boxes I've got sitting here. The pine cone on top is an indicator to me to check for queens. Had a few people ask me to kind of give an update or a walkthrough on my yard. Double pine cone means probably no queen and a dead hive or dying hive. Yeah, I got to do something with that. You wonder how close you can put your bees together? This is 24 hives side by side by side. I'll video this the best I can for you. It's just a fresh this sunny. Been out of the refrigerator maybe 20 minutes now, so it's not freezing cold, but it's cool. So I just do this. Now they just got through taking a ride in the truck, so they're not going to be in the best of moods. It would be best if I could leave them and not touch them for about an hour. They would be a lot more calm. But right now, I don't have an hour. I got things to do, and you do this at night after riding in the truck, you probably want to suit up. So do as I say, not as I do. I'm not suited up. I'm just fixing to dump these bees and go on to the house. Normally I'd leave it sitting in this orientation for the entire hour or two that I let them settle in or settle, and then they'll be up in the top corners, and then you can take your hand or a stick or something and drag all the trash out of the bottom after you open the screen. I don't have the luxury of the time to do that tonight, so I'm going to dump everything in the box and I'll come back over the weekend and clean it up. They'll clean up a lot of it after I dump them in, but whole lot of bees clustered up in there. They're jumping off and going for the light, so I'm gonna dump them and get out of here, and y'all can just guess what happens next. I'm gonna give them a few minutes to work down in those frames. I don't have a smoker lit, so I'm gonna show you a quick trick to running them down. If you don't have a smoker lit or you don't have a smoker, right there. T-shirt, towel, anything, you just lay it across the top of them. They don't really like the pressure on them, so they'll run down in the box. And it makes them mad too, because there they are trying to sting that T-shirt. Now when you remove that T-shirt, you got a whole nother set of problems on your hands, so either be suited up or be ready to get out. Now this is the other set of problems you got. You got to recover that T-shirt. And I'm not going to wait around to see how unhappy they are about what I just did to them. Alright, that was it. Them on the end. That was 2 stings boxing them up. Not a big deal. Small price to pay for the time I saved. So 9:26. We started around 2 o'clock this afternoon. They are settled in now. You can see they're not boiling out of the box. There's hardly any on the outside of the box. Y'all have a good evening. I hope you enjoyed the video, and good night. I don't even know what I want to say. Gotta be something about this back.
It's pretty.
Yeah.